though some say there's still uncertainty. You say, what uncertainty? Because it was a resounding victory.
That's correct. I mean, I think it's the first time the Philippines has elected a majority president. So, some people are looking at this very, very positively.
So what does it mean for equities today? They're down, but further afield, further upside?
Well, for the upside, I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, we have a lot of macroeconomic problems, as you know. Our foreign debt has reached more than 60% for GDP, from just below 40% pre-pandemic. We need to service a debt of more than 12 trillion pesos. So, I mean, the new economic team has a lot of things, a lot of hard work in front of them. And basically, I think they really need to look at, finding a new revenue stream. We can't be, sustaining this economy with just what we have now with increased taxes. We've got to look for a new revenue stream.
How optimistic are you? And linked to that, can that reversal in capital outflows be stopped, be reversed?
Well, I think for the foreign investors, there will be a short wait and see. See who the economic team will be. I think that's the most important thing, the change of administration. Not so much as the president, as who the economic team is, as far as business is concerned, or the stock exchange for that matter. But, the new administration has a lot of things, going for it, okay? I mean, in terms of new legislation, we have recently amended the Retail Trade Liberalization Act. We have recently amended the Foreign Investments Act, the Public Service Act. Okay, we have this ease of doing business. We have a new, tax regime. The CREATE law was recently passed. We have the PIFITA to look forward to, which would, reduce taxes on capital transactions. So, I think the ingredients are there. It's just a question of really hoping that the new team will have this dynamism that the country needs.
Ramon, what about market structure there in the Philippines? What needs to be perhaps reformed with that? Because there's been some criticism about it being a little bit old-fashioned.
Yes, I hate to agree, David, but we have a lot of initiatives that are, pending with the regulators until now. Probably our short selling has not been, green lighted by the regulators. We have new products. We have a preferred shares only listing for infrastructure companies. That's again on the, waiting line with the regulators. So we have some amendments to our, capital markets that we hope will, bring us, in line with our peers in the region.
Yeah, so, Ramon, you need that, though, don't you? If you're going to be trying to compete for IPOs, you do need reforms, and specifically what, in your view?
Well, reforms, number one, I think we need to take a closer look at the liquidity in the market. Right now, the rules say that, listed companies just need to maintain a 10% public float. The new IPOs and need to maintain 20%. And I think, now obviously the 10% is quite low. The 20%, I think, is still even a little low. Okay, so we have to work on this if you want to, create or spur more liquidity in our market.
In terms of the pipeline for IPO, how strong do you think it will be for the rest of the year? It had a strong start, then it slowed down. What's the outlook? Okay,
in terms of numbers, last year, you probably know, we had a record year. We raised about 234 billion in capital. So far, for the first 4 months, we've only raised 16 billion. Okay, but what we have in the pipeline in terms of applications received, at least for the near horizon, maybe for the first half, we have another 128, 130 billion. So hopefully we're right on track. Okay, in other words, by the half of the year, we'll will hit more than half of what we raised last year.
What is the biggest risk for that projection, and what's the biggest risk for the market right now?
Well, the biggest risk for the market, of course, is if the companies issuing capital decide to defer or back off because they're not getting the price that they expect or need, for their fundraising requirements.